All right, so are you ready to dive deep into morning routines today?
I'm ready.
Because you sent in a cool YouTube video and the transcript.
Uh-huh.
They're both about building these healthy habits, and I think this is going to be interesting.
Yeah. I think you'll be surprised how much practical wisdom is actually packed into this seemingly, simple video.
Yeah.
It's really clever.
Mm.
It's designed for people who are learning English, so we get to kind of explore the language learning as well as the routine building tips.
It's a twofer.
Yeah.
You know me, always up for learning something new. But what struck me right away is how the video uses everyday conversation to actually teach English. Like, who wouldn't want to learn grammar while chatting about morning routines, right?
Right. It's a brilliant approach, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. You pick up new words and phrases so much faster when you hear them used naturally. It's all about context. Like, for example, they break down how to use the past tense of sleep, not through a dry grammar lesson, but by weaving it into a conversation about how well someone slept the night before.
That makes so much sense. It's like learning a new dance move by watching someone, do it smoothly on the dance floor instead of just reading the steps in a book. So let's talk about the actual routines themselves. One of the first things that they mention is starting your day with warm lemon water.
Mm.
I've heard about this. Like, what's the big deal?
Well, think about how your body feels first thing in the morning. A lot of times, it's kind of sluggish.
Yeah, a little bit.
Warm lemon water can help to kickstart your digestion and get things moving, which can mean, translate into more energy for you throughout the morning.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm always looking for ways to boost my energy levels, especially before that first cup of coffee.
Right.
And speaking of things that we often reach for first thing in the morning, they also talk about limiting phone use.
Right.
Is that really such a big deal?
It can be a game changer. We're all so used to scrolling through emails and social media right when we wake up, but just imagine starting your day without that immediate, influx of information and potential stress. You give your mind a chance to wake up more gently and set a more intentional tone for the day.
That's a great point. It's like clearing your mental inbox before diving into the day's to-do list. And it actually ties in nicely with another big theme from the video, mindfulness and gratitude. They talk about taking a few minutes to simply reflect on what you're thankful for.
Exactly. It sounds simple, but taking even just a few moments to cultivate a sense of gratitude can have a really, really powerful effect on your overall well-being. It shifts your focus to the positive, reduces stress, and can even boost your mood,
Yeah.
setting you up for a more positive and productive day.
I love that. It's like taking a mental snapshot of all the good things in your life before the craziness of the day takes over. But let's be real, building new habits can be tough. Any tips from the video on how to make these new habits stick?
One thing they emphasize is finding ways to make your routine enjoyable. So don't force yourself to do things you hate. If you dread your morning workout, you're much less likely to stick with it. So find activities you actually enjoy and look forward to. Could be a brisk walk in nature, a yoga flow in your living room, or even just stretching while listening to your favorite music.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm much more likely to put on my sneakers when I know I'm heading out to a park, right? Instead of just running on the pavement.
Yeah.
And they also mentioned finding an accountability partner too, right?
Yeah, that can be super helpful, especially, when your motivation is lagging a little bit. Having someone to share those goals with and, check in with regularly and celebrate wins with can really make a big difference. It's kind of like having a cheerleader, in your corner,
Yeah.
reminding you why you started in the first place.
I have never thought about it that way, but yeah, that makes total sense. It's like having a workout buddy, but for your whole morning routine.
Right.
And they also made a good point about consistency over perfection. I think we can all struggle with that a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Absolutely. We set these really high expectations for ourselves, and then life happens. You sleep through your alarm or you have an unexpected work deadline.
Oh, yeah.
And that perfect morning routine, it goes out the window.
It's gone.
The key is to remember that it's okay to stumble.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about it. Just, get back on track the next day.
It's like learning how to ride a bike. You're going to fall a few times before you find your balance.
Exactly.
Speaking of, different approaches, the transcript also introduces us to Jessica. She's a homemaker who shares her daily routine.
Right.
And it's so refreshing to see how she's created a routine that really just fits her lifestyle perfectly.
Yeah, it's a great reminder that healthy habits and routines aren't one size fits all.
Right.
Jessica's day, it revolves around her family and her home. And she's found a way to incorporate her passions and her priorities into her daily rhythm.
For example, she loves cooking and makes it a point to prepare a nourishing breakfast for her family every morning. I can imagine like those delicious smells just wafting from her kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
She also mentioned that she enjoys gardening.
And that's a great way to connect with nature, get a little fresh air, and, create something beautiful.
Yeah.
Even though her days are filled with taking care of her home and her family, she still finds time for those things that bring her joy.
She also talked about the importance of spending quality time with her kids,
Yeah.
helping them with homework, doing creative activities together, and just enjoying, each other's company.
It's a beautiful reminder that, even amidst the busyness of life,
Mm.
those moments of connection, they're so precious.
Yeah.
It's about creating a family culture where everyone
Mm.
feels loved, and supported and valued.
And even though her days are full, she still carves out that time for herself,
Mm.
whether it's trying out like a new recipe or just taking a few moments for quiet reflection. That's such an important point. You can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself is not selfish.
Right.
It's essential. When you prioritize your own well-being, you're better equipped to actually show up for the people that you love.
Both the conversation from the video and Jessica's story just highlight that there's no one right way to structure your day, really.
Mm.
What matters is just finding what works for you, your lifestyle, and your goals.
Right.
It's about creating a routine that feels empowering, not like restrictive.
Exactly. It's like designing a custom-made suit. You wouldn't want to squeeze into something that doesn't fit your body, would you?
No.
You would want something that's tailored to your measurements and style. Your morning routine should be the same, something that fits you perfectly.
I mean, after hearing all this, I'm curious, like what resonates most with you? What stands out as something you might actually try tomorrow morning?
Well, that's the exciting part, right? You can take all these ideas and figure out how they fit into your own life.
Yeah. Maybe you're inspired to try that warm lemon water, or maybe setting aside a few minutes for gratitude feels, more doable right now.
It's easy to get caught up in that perfect routine trap, but I feel like even small tweaks can make a big difference, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
It's all about progress, not perfection. Even just like 5 minutes of mindful breathing or stretching can shift your whole mindset. And who knows, maybe that's the springboard to bigger changes down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that idea. Starting small and building from there, it feels a lot less daunting than trying to like overhaul my entire morning routine overnight.
Right. And I think that's the beauty of these deep dives. We take all these sources, like the video, the transcript, and we really just extract those, relevant bits for you.
Yeah.
And now it's all about taking ownership and making it personal.
And I also want to encourage everyone listening to go back and explore the full video and the transcript on your own time too. We only really scratched the surface here. There's so many more fascinating details and stories just waiting to be discovered.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find some more, gems of wisdom as you go deeper into these conversations about morning routines and the power of habit.
So to wrap things up, mindful mornings, personalized routines, and consistent effort. I feel like those are the key takeaways, for me at least. What about you? What's your biggest takeaway?
Well, my hope is that you'll walk away with at least one small action step, something you can try, to implement tomorrow morning to create a more positive and productive start to your day.
And remember, building healthy habits, well, it's a journey, it's not a destination. So embrace the process, experiment, and most importantly, be kind to yourself along the way.
That's right.
Happy habit building, everyone.